What's up, everybody? Today we are going to take a look at a game that I've been playing. It's called Windrose. It's this an early access game. Today specifically, we're going to take a look at the vegetation in the environments. Okay, so right away, you see there's just all of these palm trees and all of this lush greenery, right, in this beginner island. So this is just the beginning of the game. And again, let's start with the ground. There's a lot of grass here, lots of mesh scatter, tall grass, and then on top of that, just the ground texture to kind of help blend all of that in and kind of add to that green. It helps really fake that there's just tons of it. So yeah, and then just man, just looking. Yeah, so here I'm just kind of looking at the ground texture, and then just looking at how it blends between like the sand and the grass. But yeah, so what's really cool about the game is you can chop these trees down, and then you'll have the stumps, and then you can even chop the stump to get more wood, because in this game there's lots of crafting. What's really cool is that there's different types of trees and different types of plants that are kind of just all living together, and the variety of it really helps fill out this island. Right, so here I'm just taking a look at all the different types of ferns, different type of bushes, the different sizes of the palm trees, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But even here, like the different size bushes, so they have just like regular bushes, they have small fungus trees, different. It's really smart how they do it, because they'll have different sizes, and I'll touch on a little bit more on that later. But there's just a nice enough variation that things don't look too repeated, right? So by the coast, there were a lot more palm trees, and then as you get deeper into the island, you get more of these trees that will have like trunks and like vines and stuff like that growing on them, and leaves growing on them. But yeah, so really really well done. And again, I'm looking here at just more of the different types of ferns that they have, right? And again, the different age, almost, like there's like the small lumps of them, and then there's the medium sized one, and then there's like a large one. And whatever, I'm assuming this is done procedurally. Like, I can't imagine someone going in and like hand placing all of these. There's got to be some sort of procedural system that's in place here that does some sort of calculation, and then an environment artist likely comes in and then will do like the finishing touches on things, right? So likely using some sort of logic, AI maybe, even of just like, okay, you know lay down, do a rough laydown of just trees for me, and then there'll be certain spots like this rock, for example, where we'll put like use it as like a landmark. But yeah, so again, looking at the ground, just seeing how they have the dirt texture, the grass texture, the again variations with the mesh scatter that's on the floor there, like the different types of grass. Again, more different types of ferns. Like, the more that I'm exploring deeper into the island, you're seeing slightly different plants. Still the same palm trees that we were seeing earlier by the coast, less of it, more lush, leafy type of bushes and such as we got closer into the island. But, you know, regardless, the amount of vegetation, like, this is like, if you're a vegetation artist, this is like a dream project, right? To be working on a pirate game where you're going to be on a bunch of, where you're going to be on an island. Okay, so here's the map, right? Just to kind of give you, like, I'm only at the beginning area, right? And when I just zoomed out there, that was the full map. I've only explored at this point just these two islands. And so this map is massive. The game is massive. and I've only started touching the tip of it. I am quite addicted to it right now. Just the loop of upgrading and things like that. But yeah, again, here you're starting to see like clover mesh scatter, right? Which is really interesting, to kind of help again add that variation to the environment. Again, different types of leaves and ferns are growing off of a lot of these trees, growing upwards. And then what's really cool again here, I'm just trying to show like chopping down trees and just how they do it. They kind of like chip away, at at the area where you would be, that you're hacking and slashing at these trees. And then they just kind of explode, and then you kind of gather wood, and you can do this for all the trees, not only just the trees, but you can do this to all the plants as well. So all the plants, you can chop the plants and to give you materials for you to kind of build, to help build your base. So here again, I'm just trying to showcase like even a thin little tree there. It'll give you less wood, but they'll still give you wood. And then again, just plant fiber when you're slashing all these plants. And again, they do grow back. They grow back over time. I think like every 6 hours. I think that's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure, but every 6 real-time hours, these like the resources will come back. I feel like trees take longer because I've seen trees that I've chopped just become a stump again recently. So, but yeah, so super cool. This game is made in the Unreal Engine. I really like the art style for it because it's like grounded, stylized. You might notice, like it is grounded, right? Like it looks realistic, but it it but it has like a little bit of stylization to it. Like things are just slightly exaggerated, and that's actually not a bad thing. I actually really enjoy that. And if you actually look at the character, you'll notice that there is like a kind of like a black outline around the character, giving that kind of borderlands type of look to it. And then I just got up on this hill, and there was just this beautiful shot here, so I had to kind of slow down and just take a quick shot of just how beautiful this island is and how great of a job Windrose has done with their vegetation and their plants and their game. And I just wanted to share that with all of you, and hopefully this game art study was fun and engaging for you all, and it was definitely really insightful for me, just taking a look at how they kind of did this. So yeah, I'll see you all again next time.